Hi, my name's Steve Large. Hello to all you empaths out there living large in the Matrix, and today I just want to talk a bit about how I feel. Now, I know how a lot of people are out there in relationships and stuff like that, how we feel is important to us. So, when we take the time to explain to someone, this is how I feel, or if someone takes the time to tell us, this is how I feel, this isn't a judgment on us. This doesn't mean to say that they're right. It doesn't mean to say that it's criticism of us or we're criticising them. What it is someone coming to you or you going to someone else and explaining how you feel. How maybe their actions make you feel, or maybe how a situation is making you feel. Now, how you feel is right. How they feel is right. It's how you feel. We're taught these days that how you feel is wrong. You don't feel like that. You shouldn't feel like that. Why are you feeling like that? It's how we feel. We know, and we need to tap in to how we feel. Because once we know how we feel, we understand who we are and why we feel certain ways. So, what I want to talk about regarding this is, if someone comes up to you and says, hey, I feel like this, don't go into your head and react and go, no you don't, I haven't done that, what are you on about? I never said anything like that, you're crazy, you're insane, you don't feel like that, Don't do that. Just sit back and listen and ask yourself, why do they feel like this? Why do they feel like that? Maybe my actions are doing that. I didn't intend it to do like that. And then you explain. Oh, for example, your actions, they've made me feel not very worthwhile. They made me feel worthless. And it could be a shock to you. Don't go defensive into your head and think of all the excuses why it didn't. Explain to them why you did what you did. And explain that wasn't your intention. Unless it was your intention. And then you need to ask why you felt the need to do that. So the message is we need to know how we feel. And we need to start learning to understand how other people feel. How our actions affect others. Because this is the world we live in and we have to live together. We've got to stop all this segregation and separation and mind-based self. We need to feel and empathise with those around us. Start sharing and caring. Because when you're searching for your happiness, which we all do, and you're starting to realise as you get older, all the stuff, the materialistic stuff you've obtained throughout your life isn't happiness, and that you've been lied to by the system and the advertising companies that told you that looking this way or smelling this way or wearing these clothes would make you happy, and you realise now it was all a lie. You've just been manipulated, your mind's been manipulated, and you look at your family and you wish you'd have spent more time nurturing that than your ego, and you'd spent more time looking at them and wondering what you can do to connect with them and make them happy. This is where the connection and the importance of our life comes from. This is where happiness is connecting with others. And the best way to connect with others is through feeling. So allow people to express how they feel. Let yourself express how you feel without judgment. Not everyone's going to want to hear it. Not everyone is going to understand this message. And that's fine. We work with those who do understand and can understand and want to understand. And we build on that. And we build groups. Not groups of segregation, but places of sanctuary. Where we can come away from the matrix and recharge. And to realise that we're not alone. The system is designed to make it us and them, black and white, Not just in colour of skin, but everything, superheroes, villains, everything is designed to go mind-based. It either is or it isn't. Now life isn't black and white. It's one big grey area. Everything's got variables, everything's got different circumstances, perspective, experiences. So we need to start understanding, and to understand is to open up to each other and to explain. Now this is going to be difficult at first. Start off in the groups on Facebook and things like that, and on YouTube, because it's easier to express yourself this way. But ultimately, this can't be the only way. We need to go outside and express ourselves in the matrix and start creating a system to our way, where people do express their feelings and people do care how you feel and you do care how they feel. It's important that they're happy, because you realise once they're happy, your loved ones are happy. That's true happiness, and that's where you're happy. And then you spend your life thinking of, what can I do for you? How can I help you? Instead of, what can I do for me? Or what can you do to help me? What purpose do you serve me? That's all mind-based and ego. We're not about that. We are spirits and souls that are sociable. It's only the mind that separates us, and the conditioning of the mind. So I just want you next time that if someone expresses their feelings to you, to just take a moment and just to listen. You might not agree with it, and that's fine. But take the time to explain why you don't agree with it. And then they might go, oh, thank you for explaining. I understand now why you did what you did. And I don't feel that way anymore. Now I understand. Because that's the key, is understanding. We need to learn to understand each other. And once we know empathy and feeling how others feel and putting ourselves in their shoes, we learn to understand how others are and how our actions affect others. And then we all start integrating together again and becoming communities. Because we all understand how it is, and our happiness is connected by sharing and caring and being kind to one another, and not just serving self. Trying to get this unobtainable dream of wealth and fortune and happiness. It's all bullshit. I'm sorry about the language, but that's the truth. Happiness is within. Happiness is caring. Happiness is gratitude. Happiness is compassion. That's happiness. And you can do whatever you want to save your mind. You can go out and spend as much money as you want on any rubbish that is sold and manipulated to you to believe it's happiness. And I tell you, you'll sit there and you'll think about it and you'll go, I am still not happy. I want something else. I need something else. Maybe that will make me happy. Only when you realise that serving your mind won't make you happy, and external stuff won't make you happy. It's internal of compassion, internal of gratitude, and sharing that with other souls, because we are one. This is when you'll feel happy. Go out today, be kind to someone for no reason at all. Do something to help someone and don't expect anything back. And don't tell anyone, and see how that feels. To just do something kind for the sake of it. Just because it's something nice to do. And then see how you start thinking about yourself. Because you know then that you've done it genuinely, and you'll start seeing yourself as a kinder, nicer person. And you'll start changing your perspective of yourself. And then with this, you start changing how you see the world. Spread the kindness, spread the joy, but it starts with feelings. And expressing ourselves to one another and taking the time to listen. It's important. So learn to share. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this video. Love and light. Keep shining. Stay who you are. Stay true to yourself. Regardless, be who you are. Be unique, because you are unique. Have a great day, morning, noon, evening, night, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. You're absolutely awesome.